My name is Arumugam Munian.
Mrs. R. Hassan.
Maganlal Pinjeshwari.
Shireen Pillai, Shireen Munsami.
Viswanathan Govender.
Gary Govinsamy.
Makalachmi. Maiden surname Govender, married surname Rasan. Imbavati Archery.
Mr. Munsami Pillai.
Devraj Govinsamy Chetty.
My name is Jessica Joseph.
Subramani Govinsamy.
Malika Naidu.
Teddy Sigamani.
My name is Mr. Al-K Tilaktari, and known as Mac Tilaktari, and I'm the principal of Natest Bank.
Calvin Govender.
Dennis Munsami.
Clayton Joseph.
Nadal Arananjalam, and I'm 24 years old.
91 years old.
68.
25 years.
50.
67.
59 years old.
62.
72.
46 years old.
67.
63 years of age.
60.
I'm 69 years old.
And I am 49 years old.
(1963).
I first came to Natest in 1963.
That was 1964.
1964.
1964.
1964.
1966 to 1972.
That's a very proud question. I was here in 1967.
I began schooling at Natest in 1970 and I exited Natest School in 1976. I started Class 1 in 1971 and I finished Standard 5 in 1975.
81 till 86.
I was in Natest Primary School in 2003, ended year in 2010.
Every day was a memory.
That time there wasn't roads and all, it was sugarcane plants both sides and it's the pathway.
I was one of the students at what was then called Shri Perumal School, where we did the early training and early classes at the time. Later, after that, was library school. That's right next to the Shri Perumal temple. And that was classes under the mango trees.
Basically, we were promoted from a school called Sri Brahma Temple School to Natest, midstream of completing class 2.
For my remembrance here, on the day I was here with the work summit, it was 1980. I planted the coconut tree at the entrance of the Natest school. Up to this time, it's about 20 feet high, that coconut tree is. The tree is up to this time. That is my remembrance.
I was a teacher at Natest, yeah. Somewhere in 1960s, Mr. Jamla was the principal.
Oh, I too was your
Yeah.
Jamna. I'm 86 years old. I taught in Shri Perumal and then we came here. Well, my favorite memory will definitely be the sporting events. Our sports was a really fun day. I was an avid athlete. I used to simply love sports day.
Where we took over a week to plan for the event, get items for the sports booths for our houses, and that was fun. You know, we had to walk into the cane fields, cut palm fronds, palm trees, banana trees, and bring it to the school and decorate our booths for the sports day.
Where we had the houses, crane, robin, eagle, and swift, and I was proud to be an athlete for Eagle House.
Playing tennis over there on that spot where they had the function. Love tennis. My friend Gracie and I used to love playing tennis. PE was so nice.
When I played soccer, and I was so tiny, and then my coach was so tall that I ran between his legs while playing soccer. That I will never forget.
I'm currently an educator at Natest Primary. I'm currently teaching grade 2. The teacher that impacted my life the most was V. Naidu. She was my form educator as well as my LO teacher, and she was really kind, caring, and she was also very funny to tell us not to go after boys when we get to high school, always teaching us life lessons and how to be good children when we do get to high school.
It was Mr. R.M. Sugdo. He was both our maths and English educator. We were terrified of him, but also we had a lot of affection and love for him because he put us on the right path to life.
Mr. and Miss Dejnath were brother and sister teachers at that time. Then after that it was, the most was them, the brother and sister and Mr. Suku. They always treated us, took us to the basket lady, bought us sweets, and they cared for us, like, and also taught us very well.
My first teacher was here at Natest School was Mrs. I.D. Raju. She was in Standard 4, and in Standard 5 was Mr. Subri. He used to have his own cricket, which we used to bowl and bat, and that's how he taught us, and also in soccer.
Mickey teacher, Al Periapan, Mrs. Fakir, quite a few of them actually. Hari Baran, he was an art teacher, but he used to teach us a lot of normal everyday lifestyle.
I think likewise for me, a few of them were Mr. V. Govender, was my form teacher at Standard 5, Mr. Fakir, Mr. Pediachi, our headmaster, Mr. Bibi Somers, the former headmaster, Mr. B. Al Maraj. Very wonderful teachers, encouraging, always motivating. Yeah, they're good disciplinarians as well. So we enjoyed being around them and having them to teach us.
I remember my Standard 3 teacher, Mr. Kanyapan, treated us with respect and simplicity, even sharing his lunch with us, and that was very humbling for me.
Mrs. Mwangi, she taught me great values and she really impacted my life with the teaching methods.
Mr. Jazbai, he was the first teacher at Natest when I got here. He taught me towards the tail end of class 2, Standard 1 and Standard 3.
I never knew much about the history of Natest until I started engaging with ex-learners of Natest. Many of them belong to Friends Without Borders. They speak about the history with such enthusiasm and joy and excitement and pride. In fact, I use the history of Natest just to motivate and inspire myself. Just building a school, they could educate their children and make a better future for themselves. Like I said, you just can't not be inspired.
Good memories this is, Nice to be here. Very big improvement. From our time it was just started. So now as the years going by, very big improvement. My grandchild is here in the school here. My son studied over here. My two sons, my daughter. Now my grandchild is in the same school. Yeah, we're proud to be here. Because in this school here, our parents did contribute to build the school here.
It's overwhelming because I didn't think that I'll come here. I wasn't the brightest of learners at Natest Primary, and coming back here brought back a lot of memories.
I am an educator presently, but when you are at your school, where you schooled at, it brings back different memories, very fond memories of when you were little and meeting up with the friends that were your classmates. Actually, it takes you back to your childhood days.
I'm really taken. I'm fascinated by the school. I'm so excited to see everyone. But my heart goes out to the school because there were such lovely memories here. And walking through the classrooms, all those memories come flooding back. Really, really very sentimental.
Yeah, I think for me it's more deja vu to recollect all the memories of our schooling career and to see the many upgrades and different environments. It's quite encouraging.
I feel overwhelmed because it's quite different from what I had when I was here. A lot of things have changed and it's all in the good ways. It's emotional to know that I'm back here all over again. Brings back lots of memories with the friends, the teachers. It's a whole new different environment.
Being a student and now coming as a deputy principal and also serving as a motivation for the learners who are presently at school, that you can achieve much more if you have a good education.
There's a poem I forgot that, where it was directed, we don't have time to stare and look at things, but we must find the time, because if you don't have time, you're not going to have time for your father, your mother, for the brothers and sisters. But if you show love and care, right, and respect towards your family, they'll give you back all that.
Think big. Just follow your dreams and go for it. And education is the most important thing. Without education, you can't get anywhere.
That they must strive to be the best that they can. And that begins with discipline, and I think that the discipline must come from the home.
Cherish the education that comes from here. Honor those teachers. Honor those people who made us into what we are. Honor those who made this school a historic venue, indeed making it a heritage center.
You're awesome no matter what you do, and your mistakes will never determine the person you are. Always strive to achieve whatever you want and know that you are loved by everyone.
I would like to encourage future learners or students to Natest to embrace the opportunity that you get to be at a school like Natest.
I think it's not just about education. I think it all boils down to you as an individual, is what you make of your life and yourself. Myself and my younger siblings, we all attended the school, even my nieces, my nephews. It was one of the best schools on the North Coast at that time.
We are so blessed to have a very passionate and motivated staff that go out of the way to try to satisfy the diverse needs of our learners, caring and loving them, doing amazing work under challenging circumstances. I'd just like to thank the staff, obviously, sponsors, well-wishers, and everyone that help us and enable us.
I'm an educator of 38 years. I retired at the end of last year. And I can tell you that over the 38 years, I can't recall coming across the kind of people that I encountered at Natest Primary.
It's a super school.
In the future, we pray and hope that we continue to grow in unity as a staff and make a difference in the learners' lives.
We must give gratitude to our forefathers to be able to create Natest, and this is something that will live on for years to come. To the past learners and to the families that lived in Mount Hitchcock is nurture what we have, protect what we have, and contribute to what we have, and enjoy the legacy that we have.
This is where I started, and I'm proud to be a graduate of the school.
We've made a mark in such a way that the culture of Mount Hitchcock still reverberates around the world.
Excellence.
Home.
Amazing. My most memorable.
Legendary.
One word would be home, because your heart is where home is, and your heart is always here at Natest.